Okay, guys, so I'm just testing out. So we have GBP USD. Now I'm gonna teach you the strategy, the same strategy that I use to trade the markets. I use support and resistance, break and retest, structure and structure. This strategy is based on structure. What you see on the market is what the market is telling you. Okay, so now I'm going to do a top to down analysis from the weekly, daily to the 4-hour, and then I'm going to show you the entries. This is just an overall tutorial on how to use the strategy. You will not understand it if you are changing strategies one way. Okay, let's get to it. We are currently here on GBP/USD. So what is happening on the market right now? Right now, what I see is that we are bullish. What do I say about that? We are buying. Yes, we were selling at this point here. It was clear sell. But now, since we are here, we are just fucking buying. So this is the weekly chart. Why do I need a weekly chart, weekly time frame, to see the overall direction? This is just to see the overall direction of the chart. What is happening on the market? Are we buying or selling? So now I can clearly see that we are bullish. How do I know that? We first sold. Okay, we hit a rejection point. We then broke out of the first sell to a buy, and then we retested it. Retest, another retest, and now we are in a consolidating market, which is loading up a huge buy, just loading up a huge buy. But to have a clear understanding of what I'm trying to say, or to see that we are really buying, we have to move down to the lower time frames. The weekly time frame is just to see the overall trend, the overall direction. There's not much analysis going into it. So now this is the daily. The daily also adds more confirmation to what I'm saying. Are we buying? Are we selling? You know. So what I always say, as we traders, what do we look for in a market? We look for these type of things. One, forgive my flu. We look for the trend. The trend is your friend. The trend is what I'm talking about. Are we buying or selling? And then two, we're looking for chart patterns. What is wrong with this keyboard? Okay, chart patterns, and then number three, we're looking for candlestick patterns. Okay, that's fine. Looking for candlestick patterns. So the trend is the overall movement. For example, this is an uptrend. You see, they were looking for. So we're just looking for, okay, entry signals on the uptrend, and then this is a downtrend. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying a trend. Is the market buying? Is the market selling? That's the overall trend. And then chart patterns. My chart pattern, the favorite ones I'm going to show you is double top. That's chart pattern number 1. Let me label it. Double top. Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. No. Oh no. I need more space. Let me just use this guy. Head and shoulders pattern. There are many, but these 3 are the ones that show up every day on the markets. Each and every day you will find them. There is no day that you will not see them on any time frame, whether it's the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, you will find this. So they are significant because they show reversals, trend continuation, and where to place your trades. For example, this is a double bottom. This is a double bottom. This is a double bottom. There's no need to just look, add more things. It's really simple. It's just in front of you. This is a double bottom. Okay, so now you know when you are a trader, when you're entering the market, you are looking for a trend, chart pattern. The trend is to tell you, are we buying or selling? Chart pattern is to tell you when is the market going to reverse? Is the market reversing, or is the market going to continue with the current trend? When I say reverse, I mean it is going to shift from selling to buying. Okay, now we are looking for candlestick patterns. For example, I told you this market is buying. I did say that GBPUSD is in a bullish trend. It is in a buying trend. You know the trend. That's number 1. I've told you the trend. Now I'm telling you that what the chart pattern is showing me now today is a double bottom, meaning it's signaling a strong buy, but there is not enough to enter a trade. You cannot just say because you saw a double bottom, you can place a buy. See what happened here. Let's say, for example, let's say, for example, you showed up on the market and then you saw this right here, and then you were like, let me place my buy. What will happen? Go up, it'll wipe you out, and then go to your overall direction. So you have to be careful. You cannot just jump. You need confirmation. What confirmation am I talking about? Candlestick. So there are many significant candles on the market, but the one that you should know about or should be aware of is the engulfing candle. Engulfing candle is the most important candle on the market. Shooting star, yes, is important. Gravestone, graveyard doji is important, yes. Okay, I got disturbed. I got disturbed. So what I was talking about, candles to look for, shooting star, doji, engulfing candle. We look for those. What is an engulfing candle? Let me talk about it. It is a candle that eats the entire previous candle. It overshadows the previous candle. For example, this is an engulfing candle. Why do I say that? If you look closely, this was the previous candle, this was the previous, and then the engulfing candle overshadowed the previous candle. It ate this one. So automatically, this is an engulfing candle. And it's a significant one because it shows the perfect wicks. Must look at the wicks. Must look at the wicks. Now, fast forward to where we are on the market as of today. Another engulfing candle showed up, and it's currently here. The market is still closed, so you won't see any movement. So here it is. Remember, you know the trend, we're in a buying trend. So we are expecting buys. So we are currently expecting the market to buy. We're not sure when. Chart pattern, we've seen a double bottom, meaning that it is confirming that the market is going to buy. We're not sure when. Candlestick, we've seen engulfing candle, signaling that there is a strong buy. We're not sure when. Now, I need to be sure that the market is really going to buy before I enter a trade. I must be sure, because we are risking money. We're not playing. Unless you're trading demo accounts, then you're fine. You can just place your trade and then leave the account, come back tomorrow morning, you'll be in profit or loss up to the trade. But if you're trading with real money, you don't just enter a trade. There was a daily chart. Oh, this is going to be confusing because I'm moving too fast, but I'm trying to make you understand this strategy. I want you to know what type of strategy that I'm teaching you, what to expect on this strategy, so that moving forward, if I make more videos, you'll have understanding of what type of strategy are we using. This is just an introduction to the strategy. Nothing much. That is why I'm moving too fast. I'm just not breaking down all the terminologies. That was a day chart to see the overall movement. Remember, we were still on the daily charts. We started from the weekly to the daily chart. The weekly was to see the trend. The daily chart shows the trend and shows chart patterns and candlestick patterns, but in a more summarized form. Now we are moving down to the 4-hour to see entries, and we move down to the 1 hour and 30 minutes to further break down the entries. So where and how we're going to enter this market. Now we are looking to enter. We know that the market is going to buy anytime soon. We are aware that the market is going to buy, and now we just need to have a strong confirmation on when to enter, so that when you're trading, you know you're confident enough to place your trade and then leave it as it is. Okay, our overall direction, we said we saw double bottom here, multiple rejections. What is a rejection? A rejection is when a market comes to a certain area. Let me show you. A rejection is when, let's say for example, 1, 2, 3. So these are rejections. Is when a market comes to a certain area certain zone, and then it rejects that zone. Each time the market came here, it rejected. Each time it came here, it rejected. Each time it came here, it rejected. This became an area of interest because it's an interesting zone whereby the market cannot break out. What is a breakout? This is a breakout. Is when the market was rejecting the zone and then it finally broke through it. Stay with me. I was explaining the rejection. So as I was talking about, you see multiple rejections, even weak outs, multiple rejections. Okay, fast forward now. How many rejections do you see? This is one rejection with the huge engulfing candle, and then another rejection with now a doji. I will still make a video explaining how to use the candlesticks chart, candlestick patterns, charts patterns. Right now, I'm just introducing you to the market, to the strategy. So I want to give you a cheat code to any currency pair you'll be trading, whether it's Euro USD, gold, anything that you'll be trading. I'm going to give you a cheat code. Whenever a market does a candle like this, whenever a market does a candle like this, like a huge candle like this one, it has to retrace it. This is a candle like this is called a gap, whereby a market does a long candle in that specific day, event, or an hour, or even a minute. It's a rush in the market, and then it creates a gap. The market must move like this, that this is the normal fashion of a market moving. Small candles, nothing huge, nothing major. Whenever a market creates candles like this, like these ones, even these ones, it has to retrace them. Retracing means that it has to fill up this gap. This is a gap that it leaves on the market. There's a gap here. It has to fill up the gap. Then it can continue on its overall direction. So what I'm trying to say is, this is a cheat code. What I'm trying to say is, look here. So it shoots up, continues shooting up, and then what happens? It retraces, fills up this gap of the candle. Same thing happened here. It shot down. Now what's going to happen? It's going to retrace this gap here. It's going to retrace this gap. So it's going to buy. It is going to buy up to a certain point. It may be here. Maybe it's going to buy till here. Till here. Then continue with whatever it's going to do. So you have to capitalize. It even does this on lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15. That's where you can maximize this cheat code because it moves fast. Here it moves slow, so it's going to take time to cover this gap that I'm talking about. Okay, coming back to checking the buys. Going back to checking the buys. We had one engulfing candle. We had two engulfing candles. So each time you see an engulfing candle, what happens? For example, one engulfing candle, and then another engulfing candle. My mouse, and then what happens? Boom, boom. So now, buy. That's what I'm saying. Buy. Multiple rejections here. Buy. We had one engulfing candle, we retraced it. Another one, rejections. Buy. Please just buy.